Good morning, Pantsers. It's Tuesday again, if you can believe it. I know I always am surprised at how often Tuesday comes. This week is Song Week. So I'm talking about The Angels Wanna Wear My Red Shoes by Elvis Costello. I couldn't find a copy of the studio version. All the ones that I could find on YouTube were all either live versions or they were, people sitting in their bedrooms with their guitar. That kind of thing. Random YouTubers, not Elvis Costello. If there were a version of Elvis Costello singing in his bedroom, I would link to that. So the version that I'm going to link to here is the Top of the Pops version. I'm going to put it here, but I'm going to put an off YouTube link to the album version in the doobly-doo, just in case anybody's interested. I picked this song not because I have some particular sentimental attachment to it or anything, but because I've had it stuck in my head for like weeks now, a really long time. It was mentioned in a book that I read recently, a novel, and one of the characters mentioned it, and it's just been stuck in my head ever since. It will not go away. It may never go away. I may have The Angels Wanna Wear My Red Shoes stuck in my head for the rest of my life. And it's kind of weird because, I don't actually know that much about Elvis Costello. I know who he is, and, I know, a couple of his songs, but I'm not that familiar with his work. But it's funny because, you know how sometimes there will be a certain topic, sometimes it's a person, movie or book or something, but sometimes something will just start kind of following you around and you keep coming across references to it, and if you walk into a room, someone will mention it, and if you turn on the TV, someone on TV will mention it. If you open a book, there's a reference to it there. It's specific to you, it's just you that it's following. It's not like, because it's in the news or something, it's just following you around. It's some kind of weird synchronicity. This happens to me a lot. For the really persistent ones, I find the only way to get them to go away is to actually go and look them up and just do some research. I was followed around by Mikhail Baryshnikov for weeks, probably 2 or 3 months. He was just everywhere. People kept mentioning him randomly in conversation. He just kept showing up everywhere, and there was no reason for it. He wasn't in the news. There was nothing going on in his career that was especially different or unusual. There's nothing happening. He just kept popping up in all these weird places, and it went on for a really long time until I finally went and just looked up a bunch of stuff about him, and then it finally went away. That happens to me frequently. So it's happening with Elvis Costello now. It's not just that I have this song stuck in my head, he's just kind of everywhere. So I have a feeling that I'm going to be learning a lot more about Elvis Costello in the upcoming days and or weeks. So I don't have a story game excerpt this week because I wrote the last one. Next week's topic is organization. DFTBA, you guys.